Now, from the station on your side, this is WAVY News 10.
Hampton Roads gets ready to sweat it out for the weekend. Even the beach may offer little relief from the hot, humid air.
Another round of intense heat's rolling into the area, and if you're not careful, it could take a nasty toll in a matter of minutes. Good evening. No surprise that there's another heat wave on the way. After all, it is summer in Hampton Roads.
That's right, but we can't downplay how important it is to stay safe this weekend. A live look outside at what has been a typical summer day, but the temperatures are about to go up. The heat index even further. And in not so typical fashion, there's little chance of a storm to relieve us from the heat. Meteorologist Ashley Baylor has more on what to expect. Ashley.
Yeah, no, we're going to stay dry this weekend. No chance of a shower or thunderstorm to temporarily cool us off whatsoever. Let's take a look at Croatan to Pendleton, courtesy of surfline.com. People definitely enjoying the water there, whether you're on a float, a surfboard, or looks like somebody's playing volleyball. I can't fully tell. But either way, enjoy yourself if you are going to be out close to the water this weekend. That's actually going to be a great place to be due to the fact that there will be a light onshore breeze both Saturday and Sunday. Here's a live look at Tower Cam 10. We have lots of sunshine out there, so if you have any outdoor plans this evening, nothing to worry about. Again, no showers in the forecast. 88 degrees in Newport News at this hour, checking in at 91 in Portsmouth. It's 89 in Virginia Beach. We're 89 degrees in Chesapeake, and it's also 91 degrees in Williamsburg. Of course, you know it feels hotter than that because we have dew points in the 70s in most places out there, but you can see the dew point is a little bit closer to 64 in Virginia Beach and 66 in Williamsburg, so maybe it feels muggy as opposed to oppressive in those two spots. But I mean, the heat index is still at 95 in Newport News, 95 in Hampton, even 100 in Portsmouth. So notice dry conditions on our satellite and radar composite. The rest of this evening, not much going on other than the fact that it is going to be very warm and very humid. 85 degrees expected at 9, 79 degrees at 11. There may be one day this weekend where we may see a heat advisory go in effect. I'll show you just how hot it's going to be. That's coming up in our full forecast.
Well, wherever you are this weekend, the WAVY weather app will give you the temperature. Make sure to have the location on Follow Me for that information. And also tonight, the search for a killer in Newport News. The young victim found dead in her home.
Now, the death of Amijah Harris comes as police have a string of deadly crimes to solve. She was found in her apartment Thursday on Tricia Lane. Police are still piecing together what happened and, more importantly, looking for who may have done this. 10 Your Side's Andy Fox has the latest developments for us tonight. Andy?
Tom and Anita, that's really the challenge, piecing together what happened, because police right now don't really know exactly when Amijah died. Two images on this tragedy. The victim, 24-year-old Amijah Jada Harris. The second image, her mother, brokenhearted after speaking with detectives at police headquarters. What can you possibly say to her?
We're going to tell them that we're out there. We want to find who did this. This is horrible. Nobody ever wants to hear that their loved one, their child, is dead to a senseless act of violence.
It was actually a family member, we don't know who, that came to Amijah's Collinwood South apartment and found her dead. Can you imagine that? Newport News police are in need of the suspect's information. Remember, Amijah was alone in the apartment with whoever did this, who was then able to leave unnoticed. And the apartment is right across the street from the Newport News Police Central Precinct.
Call the crime line. I am the one that answers the crime line phone. You can ask for me. I do not ask your name, your phone number, anything about you. I just want the information.
This has been a deadly year in Newport News. 14 homicides, 4 in the last 2 weeks. Last week, a man was killed in a domestic incident on Warwick Boulevard. Monday, a man was shot in the head at the Terrytown Apartments. Tuesday, a 23-year-old died after a shooting and stabbing incident on Matoka Drive. Then this one.
And I know when some people hear this news, they may think otherwise, but that's not the case. Newport News is a great place with great detectives that are solving crimes like this.
And you heard, they do not care about who you are, or where you're calling from, or what your phone number is. All that information is blocked. There's no caller ID on Crime Line. All they want to know is what you know. Give the Crime Line a call if you can help piece together who killed this wonderful person. In Newport News, Andy Fox, 10 on your side.
And we will keep tabs on this story through the weekend and post any updates on WAVY.com.
Another death investigation, this one in Norfolk, and this discovery in a very public part of the city. 10 on your side at Town Point Park, just after a body was pulled from the water. It was found around 7:45 this morning. The body was taken to the medical examiner's office to figure out how the person died. No identification has been released.
And we have new information on a police-involved shooting in Norfolk. Prosecutors have cleared the officer who shot and killed a woman in July of last year. It happened just outside Naval Station, Norfolk. Police shot and killed India Nelson after they say Nelson drove her car the wrong way, crashing into her husband in another vehicle. Investigators say Nelson pulled out a handgun and fired, hitting her husband, and that's when a responding officer fired, killing Nelson. The Commonwealth's attorney says that officer was justified when he fired his weapon. An investigation's been launched against the Virginia Beach school system.
It's happening because of allegations by parents of special education students. They say the district isn't meeting federal requirements. Investigative reporter Chris Horn has more on the allegations and what the school system is saying. Chris.
Nita, the school system says it's cooperating with the investigation, but also stands by the services it provides for more than 7,000 special needs students. The 8 students at the center of the investigation come from all different schools, from kindergarten to 10th grade.
He's not a typical child. You can't treat him like a typical child.
Tom Gilson's 6-year-old son has autism. He and his wife say Three Oaks Elementary and Virginia Beach schools in general didn't use the resources they already had in place to help him. They say they know this because his pre-K specialist was very effective.
To become more social, to become more integrated in a setting, and then just to see him fall off a cliff back to where he was when he was 3 or 4 years old, it hits you in the gut.
They knew that she had 2 years experience with my son and never once called her to let her know, hey, we could use some help, we need some assistance. I mean, that's his right to have that help there.
This was an easy fix.
Advocate Cheryl Poe combined the Gilsons' complaint with 7 other families, convincing state regulators to investigate. The schools involved are Brookwood, Red Mill, Three Oaks, and Thalia elementary schools, Corporate Landing and Brandon middle schools, and Tallwood and Ocean Lakes high schools.
None of these parents were requesting anything that would have cost the district or the taxpayers additional money.
In a statement, the school system says it works tirelessly to create welcoming and productive learning environments for more than 7,000 special ed students, and that it will work closely with the state to address the issues raised in the complaint. Now, we have the paperwork from the state and the entire statement from Virginia Beach schools in response on WAVY.com. In the meantime, the State Department of Education has until August 21st to issue its findings. Chris Horn, 10 on your side.
Well, Hampton Roads Pride Week's biggest events are upon us now. Tonight at 7, the annual block party at Scope featuring DJs and an all-night party. And then tomorrow, Pride Fest in Town Point Park kicks off with the nation's only LGBT boat parade at noon. You can get the full rundown of what's going on with Pride events at hrcene.com.
Still to come on WAVY News 10 at 6, staying safe on the water and out of jail. The warning from authorities about a common problem on holiday weekends. Plus,
and as soon as I turned my head, that's when it went blank. Then when I woke up, it was blurry.
Wow, a very scary thing for a child to deal with. You're going to hear from a 10-year-old shot just weeks ago, but already getting back to being a kid. In sports, see how some local baseball players take the term crack of the bat, literally.
And break out the sunscreen, sunblock, whatever you put on in cold water. You'll need it this weekend. It's all as we continue this Friday night.
From across America, with the people creating change.
When we get done, Chicago will be the safest big city in this country.
Bringing you stories that impact us all. This is NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
Caring for the homeless.
They had no money, no job, or nothing. You feel hopeless.
The face of poverty is changing.
For many, they'll say, I don't want my children to know.
10 on Your Side looks at the new challenges that impact us all. Monday at 6.
It's time to redecorate during the summer sale at Williamsburg Wicker and Patio. Big discounts on a huge selection of indoor, outdoor, porch, and sunroom furniture. Open 7 days a week, 1.5 miles past the Pottery in Norge, or online at williamsburgwicker.com.
Hall's Payment Holiday event is on. Hurry into Hall June 29th through July 1st, and your first monthly payment is on us. Plus, get a $200 Visa gift card with any new vehicle purchase. Just one more way.
Hall looks out for you.
With a Ford Expedition Platinum Edition plus $100,000, you can take your adventures further. Nature! Like going kayaking, where you find an injured bald eagle that you take in. After weeks of rehabilitation, you drive him home.
Be free!
But the eagle has grown loyal. And now he goes where you go.
That's my boy.
All because you took the adventure further.
Congratulations to volunteer coach Stephen Davis of Norfolk, Subway's standout coach for 2018. Coach Davis received a prize pack including a $500 gift card from Subway. Thanks for everything that you do, Coach Davis.
To celebrate the 25th anniversary of our Lexus dealership, I'm giving away 3 silver cars. A new Lexus, a new Mercedes-Benz, and a new Toyota. But wait, there's more. We're celebrating 25 years of unbelievable savings at all of our locations. So stop by, register to win, and take advantage of our silver anniversary savings. Thanks for the past 25 years. We look forward to the next. And if you're not riding with Charlie, I hope you will be soon.
It's time to redecorate during the summer sale at Williamsburg Wicker and Patio. Big discounts on a huge selection of indoor, outdoor, porch, and sunroom furniture. Open 7 days a week, 1.5 miles past the Pottery in Norge, or online at williamsburgwicker.com.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Michael & Son. From the station on your side, you're watching WAVY News 10 at 6.
If you plan on boating this holiday weekend, well, you might see some extra people on the waterways.
Law enforcement will be out to make sure that boaters are having fun and staying sober. As part of the national effort, Operation Dry Water. Our Kara Dixon tagged along with the Virginia Conservation Police, and they say alcohol is one of the leading factors when it comes to recreational boating deaths or crashes, and weather conditions play a big part in intoxicated boating.
The blood alcohol content doesn't increase, the effects of it increase because of the wind, the sun, the rocking back and forth of the boat.
Then there's the consequences. If you're caught, you could pay a $2,500 fine, lose boating privileges for a year on first offense, or spend a year in jail. Officers recommend to also have a designated boat driver if you do plan on drinking on the boat. Meantime, you can check out all of the events coming up on the 4th right now on hrscene.com.
Next at 6, the road to recovery. An update on a 10-year-old boy shot. The message from his loved ones after the break.
Plus, Ashley's hot and humid forecast, and the station on your side will have an update on the heat in the morning. WAVY News 10 today. Weekend begins at 6 a.m.
This WAVY News while you're on the go. Get news and weather at your fingertips. Live streaming on the WAVY News 10 app or wavy.com.
Deals at the 2-day-only digital sale, like Hebrew National or Nathan's Beef Franks for $1.99.
At Haverty's, we know everyone has different tastes. And this Independence Day, we're making it easy to find your style at Haverty's Independence Day sale. When you spend more, you save more, up to $1,000. How much you save is up to you, with more styles and custom fabrics to choose from. Celebrate your independence with furniture that fits you. Haverty's. Life looks good.
Bags by the truckload at American Freight. Deluxe foam mattresses from only $99 each piece. Upholstered beds from only $128. Sofas from only $198. Why buy online when you can try it before you buy it? And take it home today with low easy payments in 101 days, same as cash. Free layaway, same-day delivery. Ends July 31st. At American Freight in Norfolk at 6359 East Virginia Beach Boulevard, Newport News, Jefferson Avenue, just south of the Patrick Henry Mall. Phone 461-4111.
Want a new Hyundai? Priority Hyundai. 10% APR? Priority Hyundai. Sonata SEL for $17,440? Priority Hyundai. Santa Fe Sport for $18,582? Priority Hyundai. Plus priorities for life? Priority Hyundai. Priority Hyundai. Priority Hyundai.
This is the 7-passenger Acura MDX, named 2018's best luxury 3-row SUV for the money. This is award-winning performance, designed for where you drive.
Visit your Hampton Roads Acura dealer for attractive offers on the MDX.
WAVY News 10 at 6, named Outstanding Newscast by the Virginia Association of Broadcasters.
We are back now with some good news. A 10-year-old shot earlier this month is bouncing back in a big way.
And we're so glad to hear it. We're hearing from the boy himself now about the ordeal and his recovery. It comes after Newport News police tweeted these pictures of Malachi Smith. The community outpouring has been incredible since the boy was shot in the head June 6th. 10 on your side's Joe Fisher follows up with Malachi and his loved ones tonight.
Picture this, kids playing outside scattered all over this apartment complex when the gunshots go off rapid fire. Too many shots to count, but one of those bullets has forever changed the life of a 10-year-old boy.
It was actually my dream to go to the NFL.
Dreams to be a star football player might be shattered, but Malachi Smith knows he's lucky to be alive.
Yes, I do. Every night. That's why I have this on. It's a guardian angel.
Now watching over his recovery at home after getting shot in the head.
That's where the hole was at in his skull.
Malachi and two friends were tossing around a football when the shots were fired June 6th at the Auburn Point Apartments.
I came around and looked to see if anybody was okay since I'm a Boy Scout, so I have to do my duty to protect people.
But the gunfire continued.
All you hear was, I mean, it was nuts.
Holly White ran from her apartment calling out for her son, who never answered back.
At that point, I saw where he was at, scooped him up, sat down on the ground and just held his head against my chest.
He was going in and out of consciousness as she tried to keep him awake.
As soon as I woke up, it was blurry. People surrounded me. They screamed my name. My sister said she loves me if I passed away, but I didn't. I tried to hold on as good as I could.
Malachi spent more than a week in the ICU. This brain scan shows the 3-inch crack in his skull. His vision is a bit off, but all in all, he's okay.
God has plans for this young man. I don't know what it is, but I hope he continues to help me guide him in the path that he wants.
A young boy that wants to leave you with this passionate plea about violence in the community.
In every country, I just wanted to stop. Because there's no point to be shooting at people. Because there's no point even doing it. If they did something bad to you, just don't do anything to them. You just gotta ignore them.
And the family now has plans to move out of this apartment complex, but they say they're grateful for all of the support from their neighbors. Meanwhile, police say they're still trying to track down the person or group of people responsible. In Newport News tonight, I'm Joe Fisher, 10 on your side.
Now, your Super Doppler 10 forecast from meteorologist Ashley Baylor.
Well, hopefully you had a chance to get out and enjoy this beautiful day. Yes, it's been very warm and very humid, but at least we had plenty of sunshine and maybe went down to the beach. We're taking a live look at Croatan all the way to Pendleton, courtesy of surfline.com, and we've been watching the ocean front, we've been watching places along the Outer Banks, and this is kind of our final stop during this newscast, and so we're looking at a lot of people enjoying the sand down there. If you are going to be out at the ocean front or along the Outer Banks this weekend, that will definitely be the best spot to be at because there will be a light on onshore breeze. So those are the places where it is just going to be a touch cooler than the surrounding area. So here's a look at your beach forecast. If you're going to be down towards Hatteras, water temperatures will be right around 82 degrees. Expect 2 to 3 foot waves and a low risk of rip currents. However, if you're going to be a little bit farther off to the north near Kill Devil Hills, Nag's Head, or even Kitty Hawk, know that there will be a moderate risk of rip currents there. Wave heights right around 2 feet. Looking at the ocean front, water temperatures around 80 degrees. Expect 2 foot waves with a low risk of rip currents, and we'll only have 1 foot waves at Buckrow Beach. So enjoy yourselves out there. Make sure you stay well hydrated, though, and definitely bring a beach umbrella or a tent to lay under at the beach. And, of course, make sure you slather on the SPF. Here's a look at Tower Cam 10 over downtown Portsmouth and downtown Norfolk, where we are tracking lots of sunshine. Not much going on out there this evening. If you're looking for something to do, you can head out to Harbor Park, where the Norfolk Tides take on the Durham Bulls. First pitch is at 7:05. Expect lots of sunshine, and temperatures will pretty much be in the mid-80s for the duration of the game. We're at 88 degrees in Norfolk right now. It's 85 in Melfa, 91 degrees in Williamsburg, and 84 in Elizabeth City. For the most part, we have dew points in the 70s out there. That is something that has not changed for several days, but in a couple places we have dew points in the mid to upper 60s. But as you can see on our scale here, that does not exactly feel refreshing. It still feels rather uncomfortable. So when you combine those temperatures with those dew points, you get the heat index. So this is what it actually feels like outside, and it feels like 101 in Chesapeake. It feels like 93 in Elizabeth City, and even 94 in both Williamsburg and Norfolk. Now let's take a look at the country, because we are not the only ones baking out here. You can see that we're at 98 degrees in Minneapolis. It's 95 in Chicago, 96 in Kansas City, Missouri. And look at this, it's only 76 degrees in Orlando, Florida, and it's 96 in New Orleans. So it's really not often you see the Twin Cities warmer than the Gulf Coast. And actually, a friend of mine just posted a picture. He's actually in Wausau, Wisconsin. Pretty much almost the entire state of Wisconsin is experiencing heat indices in the 90s or even 100s, the entire state. And we're really heating up across the U.S. You can see heat advisories and excessive heat warnings have been posted all the way from the Northeast right through the Midwest. I mean, look at this. Basically, a good chunk of Michigan, with the exception of the Upper Peninsula, is under an excessive heat warning. So quite incredible to see that. Here's a look at our future track forecast. We'll mainly clear skies overnight, maybe leading to some patchy fog tomorrow morning. But overall on Saturday, expect lots of sunshine as high pressure maintains control. Temperatures will be in the low 90s. Of course, it'll feel close to 100. And then we're going to do it all over again on Sunday, except Sunday, maybe even warmer. So mainly clear, 74 degrees tonight. Tomorrow, looking at lots of sunshine. The heat index will be near 100 degrees. Keep that in mind if you're heading to Pride Fest down at Town Point Park. Wear lots and lots of sunscreen. Keep reapplying throughout the day. Temperatures will stay right around or even a few degrees above 90 all the way through next Friday. You can always catch up with us at WAVY.com.
Unless you've played professional baseball, chances are, if you're younger than 60 years old, you've never used a wooden bat. But one local league does, and it's not cheap. The Sports Wrap is next.
The headroom in this car.
It's great. Get a great deal right now during the month of June at Bannister Nissan of Norfolk or Chesapeake, like a 2018 Nissan Sentra SV for just $24.30. Experience the Bannister difference. It's different here. You'll see.
Todd, you's always sneaking in them guarantees.
Like guaranteed next day installation.
Unfair compensation, Todd.
It's peace of mind when you need us.
Got to protect myself. Change the system from within. That's it, I got it. I was running for Congress.
Now I've seen everything.
868-7600.
Always on time, or you don't pay a dime.
868-7600.
Maybe Senator, too.
No other store starts at the lowest price in Virginia. No other store but Hanes will go 40 to 60% off that. No other day but Saturday, you take another 20% off that. You get July 4th sale prices, 40 to 60% off all the great names in furniture. And this one day, you take another 20% off that. No other store, no other day, Saturday at Hanes.
When cancer hits, know your options.
At the time, they told me that I had prostate cancer. I was given only 3 options of treatment: prostatectomy, cryotherapy, standard radiation. I said, "You've left one out." He said, "What's that?" I said proton therapy.
Proton therapy eases human misery and saves lives.
There was no side effects, none.
Ask your oncologist about proton therapy. Live your life. Let us fight your cancer.
It's the grand opening of Camping World in Hampton Roads. June 28th through July 1st. Join us at our brand new dealership and save. Shop incredible deals on over 250 RVs from the best-selling brands at America's #1 RV dealer. Get out and go camping this summer in a new 2018 travel trailer, starting at only $99 per month. And enjoy a Good Sam Club Elite membership with any RV purchase. It's the grand opening sales event, June 28th through July 1st, and it's only at your local Camping World in Hampton Roads.
The vehicle comes standard with navigation.
How are safety features on this car?
I'm glad you asked.
Stop! Stop in for huge savings at Bannister Nissan of Norfolk or Chesapeake. During the month of June, drive home in a 2018 Nissan Altima for $24,580. It's different here. You'll see.
Sports Wrap, sponsored by Cox.
It is the dream of every kid that plays baseball to someday make it to the majors. But to do that, you have to change bats. I'm Bruce Rader. If you've played baseball the past 40 years, you've probably never used a wooden bat unless you played professionally. High school and coaches switched to aluminum bats back in the late 70s because wood bats break while aluminum bats generally don't. But as Nathan Epstein discovered, one local league is investing in wood with hopes it will help its players if they ever become pros.
Here we go, CJ. Ready, boys? Here we go.
Let's go, Dave. Yeah, boy.
While the Tidewater Summer League rolls on, it watches.
We call it the boneyard or the graveyard.
And waits for its next victim.
Dead bats.
All these sluggers that line the fence at Lakewood Park in Norfolk reduced to lifeless lumber.
As a league, we've probably broken about 50 or 60, closer to 70 maybe. We've probably broken about, our team alone, probably about 15 or 20.
I've seen games where we broke 8 to 10 bats, just for our team.
Even the man who manages the fields has a nickname.
They call me the Grim Reaper. When all the bats are broken, I'm the one that puts them in the graveyard.
I have 3 bats in the graveyard. It's been a rough summer.
Rough on the players and the parents who then have to break out the bucks.
Each bat weighs about, costs about $200, so they look at, there's a few $1,000s worth of bats.
Bats aren't cheap, and typically when you shatter a bat, you didn't really put a good swing on a ball, or, it wasn't really that great of a bat. So, it doesn't feel the greatest when you follow through and you see your bat spinning out in the field.
Some 2 to 3 dozen bats break every single week in this league, but this league is actually played on 3 different fields. The ones that line the field at Lakewood Park, they're just the bats that have broken here.
We brought them from the rest of the league. We wouldn't be able to fit them around the fence line here.
As then head coach of Greenbrier Christian School in Chesapeake for 23 years, Gary Lavelle won 12 state titles. As a 2-time Major League All-Star, he doesn't quite share the same frustration.
As a pitcher, I used to enjoy it, so I don't know if it's frustrating or not.
It's part of the game. I mean, it's part of the guys having to learn how to swing from the metal bats to the wood bats. It's a little bit different grip. They got to hold a little bit tighter.
Anyone can hit with a metal bat, but how many people can really hit with a wood bat?
And the proof of that keeps piling up. In Norfolk, Nathan Epstein for the Sports Wrap.
Thank you, Nathan. Well, after a day off, it's back to the round of 16 for the World Cup. We'll preview that and have the sports of the day coming up tonight at 10:45 on the Fox 43 Sports Wrap.
Nothing like that sound.
It definitely gets stuck in your head.
That's what they call that, right?
Yeah.
The crack of the bat, not the ping of the bat.
No. If you're going to be out doing any kind of sport, though, you want to stay hydrated this weekend.
Oh, definitely. And if you're mowing the lawn like I did today, you may want to put on the sunscreen.
No back cracking for you, huh?
No. So let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. We're in the low 90s tomorrow, but it'll feel close to 100. Hottest day of the next 7 will be Sunday, so I do wonder if a heat advisory may go in effect that day, but we're near or above 90 degrees for the next 7 days.
Enjoy the weekend, everybody.